Master Jedi. But how? There were no survivors. You weren't part of the research team, were you? Then I gotta warn you. There's something around here that hunts Jedi like the mother of all Rakghouls. The creature's got a whole Jedi expedition, then ate my unit for dessert.
Who are you? Why are you telling me this?
Cord Murdoch. Used to lead the Blaster Brothers mercenary company. Now, I'm the only one left. Should have known when they said the Jedi got wiped out. What am I supposed to do that half a dozen Jedi can't? I don't know if those monsters ate the Jedi and barfed up the Force, but they were using powers like I've never seen.
A Jedi's limits must always be put to the test.
Goody for you. You go after those monsters, just be careful. They're smart. People smart. And let me know what happens, so I can convince them not to send me back in.
This is not a grooming behavior. That's tool use at the very least.
I know that, and you know that. I'm just saying neither the university nor the garrison... Never mind, we have company.
Hi, I'm Mola Hackstor. This is Professor Vraal. We're applied xenozoologists. Could you settle something for us?
I'm sorry, xenozoologist?
We study alien life forms. On Taris, that pretty much means Rakghouls.
Come look at this. We implanted a recording device in a Rakghoul and released him. This image is from the footage of his warren. It looks like a new species of Rakghoul. Taller, meaner, dominates normal Raks. And when it was being recorded, it
reached over and shut the transmitter off.
You seem afraid that they're sentient. That's the larger threat.
Exactly. I told you it wasn't so hard, Vraal. This is why we need someone, you, to find our Rakghoul and extract his recording device. Besides the obvious academic prestige, it is essential that the Republic find out how dangerous this new species is.
Your words have won me over.
Thank you. Obviously, the footage and your life are top priority. Find the Rak, kill the Rak, grab the camera.
And run.
Be careful. It's extremely unlikely this species evolved since the bombardment. Either it was under extreme pressure to diverge, or it had help.
I wish Nexus were real. They're quite cute. There's someone here. I think he's dead.
Well, did you do it? Did you strike a blow for Nexu everywhere?
Oddly easier than striking a blow against Nexu.
Tell me how it went.
Your Nexu pups are safe.
Ah, because of your efforts, future generations can enjoy the magnificent sight of a Nexu stalking its prey through the Tarisian swamps.
Probably human prey.
Nexu attacks should drop dramatically now
I
that they're
love
no
this
longer
guy.
defending their cubs. Thank you.
Any chance of changing our plans to focus on saving the rare Tarisian bark beetle?
You're back. Let's cue up that footage and see the Rakghouls.
Calm down, Mola. I think some thanks are in order.
Yes, of course. We'd never go into the Warrens, even with an escort. This wouldn't have happened without you.
If the Rakghouls are a danger, they must be confronted.
If this works out, we'll be sure to credit you in the Journal of Sentientology.
Mola, how about phrasing it like, Tarisian colonists probably all owe you their lives.
You don't think that's more abstract?
I'll upload the footage. Let's talk after we've looked it over.
The new species has a lair that looks like an ex-power plant. And it's got, get this, crude recent construction.
Mola, the fact that they can build a ladder is the least of our worries. Day 2, minute 11. One of the new species pushes away the others in order to get at a food source.
But he pushes them without touching them. It's very clear there is no contact.
The new species can use the Force.
But the old kind, they never could, right?
There is a widespread theory that the Rakghoul plague was an artificial creation of the so-called dark side. Thus, their evolution deviates from the standard model. But it leaves us with some disturbing possibilities.
We don't know if just one of the new species is Force sensitive or all of them. If it's all of them, the garrison is considering evacuation.
This is the largest threat facing Taris. We need eyes in that Rakghoul lair.
I will risk it to protect the colonies.
All right, the lair you want is deep in Rakghoul territory. Some of the power plant structure is still recognizable. I'll fit you with a transmitter so we can see what you see. Get close enough to film the creatures, but if one notices you, do what you have to do.
I'm ready to be off of Taris. Probably bad. Oh!
Fine.
He's using my ability. I don't appreciate that.
Approach. I am Bayon Siyu of the Sanage Temple.
Hey, you! The one who killed the Nekgul! Open the lock! This holocron is crazy!
Calm yourself. I am incapable of madness. Madness is internal chaos, and there is no chaos, only harmony.
Back up. What did you call the dead thing?
Nekguls! He named them, not me!
The Nekguls activated me when they became Force sensitive. I saw them quest for knowledge and began teaching them.
All they learned is better ways to kill. You saw it!
This Jedi Knight, Danajor, entered the Warren. He sought battle, and the Nekguls reacted.
How can you justify teaching predators the Force?
Humans are predators, as are Twi'leks, Togruta, and other sentients. Nekguls also can choose their path.
He keeps saying that, but he's been trying to teach them manners for years. It won't work. There are hundreds of Rakghouls and Nekguls in the deep Warrens by the reactor. They can't be allowed to live.
Revenge is not the Jedi way, Dana. Your plan will create ruin and poison.
The creatures are dangerous, but I would hear both sides.
He wishes you to use that control panel to fire the reactor and lower its shielding. What you plan is mass murder. No thinking creature deserves to die a lingering death from radiation. There are alternatives.
They were born of dark side sorcery. They cannot change.
It merely requires time, which I have. They cannot harm me. Leave me here with them, and seek death no more.
If they can think and choose, they can learn. Reach them if you can. We will go.
Your trust will not be forgotten. Now free this man.
I am free, but they live unpunished. If I can't give justice to their victims, what will I do?
Return to the surface, then meditate upon the actions that led you here.
I will do so. Thank you for saving my life.
You are a remarkable person not to give in to instinct. A lesson these neck ghouls must also learn. It may be generations, but what is done with the dark can be undone by the light. One day, they will walk on Taris as humans do.
Professor Vrowell here. We got everything recorded. Good work. We heard the plan. We'll keep watch on the site. Now, clear out of there before something hears all this talking.
We are here on a mission of mercy. I am recording this hollow journal to preserve our efforts for posterity. All evidence indicates that raccoons are not beasts, but formerly sentient victims of a plague that mutates the body and mind. It was Sith science that created the plague. And where the Force has corrupted, perhaps the Force can also heal. We have set our camp near a raccoon lair, but have had little luck making contact with the creatures. We take heart that our theories are sound, for there is a palpable dark side presence coming from the lair. It is that influence we must combat to turn back the plague. Masters Trey Trimble and Lucana are dead. They ventured too close to the lair and were attacked. There was something else leading the Rakuls. It seemed impervious to the power of the Force. I fear we've now drawn its attention. We are being picked off one by one. We have doused our fire, but still they find us. They seem to smell the Force in us. The light draws out their own darkness. We were wrong. This is far worse than a plague. They cannot be saved. I hope we still can...
as new.
Smarter than you look.
Ow.
Commander! Damn! Who are you? What's happened here?
I was wondering that myself.
This whole thing, it's all wrong. This wasn't supposed to happen. How did I get stuck cleaning up the Republic's old messes? These men were here to deactivate bombs that the Republic gave to a Taris street gang 300 years ago during the Sith occupation. The bombs were meant to empower a revolt, but the Sith killed that idea when they decided to destroy the planet.
What happened to the bombs?
As we learned the hard way, the bombs survived. We didn't realize that the bombs withstood the planet's destruction until one of our scientific expeditions was inadvertently blown up. I don't know who I angered, but it fell to me to ensure that the remaining bombs were deactivated. These commandos were my last shot. Please, you've survived out there. You have to help me.
Helping others is both a duty and an honor.
Thank you. You'll be saving lives, not to mention my job.
Get out while you can. There's nothing they can pay to make this job worth it. Oh. My apologies, Master Jedi. I thought for a second you were a hired grunt like the rest of us. Like rat ghouls aren't bad enough. They need to start breeding in the middle of a blasted nuclear reactor. Makes them twice the size and mean.
Why don't you let me deal with this?
Oh, that's awful generous. How do you feel about dying of an irradiated rat ghoul bite? I went into the rat ghoul warren right over that way, with 24 men. I'm the only one who crawled out alive. They're swimming in radiation. They've mutated into monsters that don't slow down even when you blast their brains onto the wall.
Now you'll get to see how a Jedi handles things.
If they aren't destroyed down to the last beast, the whole settlement will be a graveyard. Once you're done, if you live, talk to Androclus Methodius there. He's heading up this task force.
Listen here, all you blaster-wielding frontier fighters.
Sund Technologies is the best provider of wartime technology the Republic has. Now, I'll tell you, there are some very violent creatures out there. Rat ghouls, Nexu. I have the injuries to prove it. But when there's work to be done, and credits to be made, Sund Tech doesn't rest, and neither should you. What I am offering is a high-paying technological recovery operation that will revolutionize the Republic's work here on Taris.
What kind of technology are you researching here on Taris?
Oh, the usual. The kind that makes me filthy and disgustingly rich. No, I'm kidding. I happen to know that 300 years ago, some enterprising swoop racers got their hands on a revolutionary engine accelerator. And I thought, here's the Republic struggling to reclaim Taris because of bad conditions and poor transportation. And the solution's right here. All they need is someone to transform that accelerator into the kind of innovative, high-efficiency transportation Sun Technologies is known for.
Have you had any luck recovering it?
Well, there has been a little bit of a minor setback. Problem is, the old swoop tracks are crawling with beasts. Beasts that nearly chewed my leg off. I'm not going to say I've overreached myself here, but I'm not really the fighting kind. I could use some help finding the accelerator.
Just tell me where to go.
Just head out to the old tracks and scan the old bikes. If you can clear out the beasts so we can salvage the accelerator when you're done, even better.
The last of the active bombs just disappeared from the grid. I can't thank you enough.
My pleasure.
You've saved countless lives, and for that, I'm grateful.
If you're here from Republic Command, don't worry. We got the message. It's too dangerous. And if you're from the Union, same thing. None of my men are working as long as those tremor maws are in the lake.
I don't know what a tremor maw is, but it doesn't sound good.
Yeah, swamp lizards the size of a speeder. We tried to build a pipeline to the lake. You know, you try and get the colonists a little fresh water, and what happens? Deaths, dismemberments, and your project's shut down. We exploded a few demolition charges to scare the maws off, but just makes them want to fight. Our blasts were more like bait.
Do you need me to get you back on track?
If you think you can kill these things, you're welcome to try. Demolition charges are still set up in the lake. Obviously, when you key them into blow, don't walk. Run out of the blast radius. That stuff is construction-grade detonite. Then, get ready for the fight of your life. Maws can bite through a gripper crane, let alone humanoids like us.
Master Jedi, honored to have you. Nice to see some of your order out of the temple and in the world again.
They're coming. At the door. The door! We have to get out. Alert the base. Everyone needs to evacuate.
Is the base under attack? What's going on?
That's Maya. Former First Lieutenant of the Endar Rebirth, the first scout vessel sent here to evaluate the possibility of recolonization. Ship disappeared 5 years ago, and 3 days ago, Maya comes staggering out of one of the collapsed buildings outside the base. He lived out there. No weapons but what he made from salvage, holding his own against the rat ghouls all that time?
When pressed beyond endurance, a man can find great reserves within.
Those boys know they're part of the battle to keep the Sith out of our galaxy. They're hard to keep down. Maya swears there are other survivors trapped in those ruins, tormented by rat ghouls. Upper brass sitting on Ord Mantell say it's too dangerous to send in a rescue unit, so those boys will die to spare some others the risk of it.
5 years? Those soldiers should not be left to suffer another day.
I was hoping you'd jump on the chance. I'd have been right there with you back when I had no stripes to wear.
You'll help? They're in the ruins. The city, it's all collapsed. You can't see the ghouls. Just the yellow eyes and the smell.
Anyone you find, bring them here. We'll make sure they finish their days in comfort.
3, 2...
Shut it off! Shut it off! Everyone okay?
Just a few burns. I'm sorry, sir. We didn't get anything.
What's your team trying to do?
We're supposed to get the old city computer systems back online. My team's been soldering hardware for weeks.
Problem is, some of the power systems are still operational.
We keep hitting electrical surges, someone's going to get killed.
Engineering Team Gamma was supposed to find the generators and set them to emergency mode, but that ain't happening now.
Gamma can't do the job?
Not without a lot bigger guns than we've been issued.
The generators are outside the safe zone. Area's crawling with rat ghouls and prowlers. Until someone regulates the power, my team can't do a thing. I'm sure you've got your own problems, but if you can lend a hand, don't be shy.
I'm here to rescue you.
I was about to give up. Thank you. Thank you. He was so close. I could feel his breath on my skin.
It's going to be okay now.
I'm finally going home. You saved my life.
Just doing what I can.
I can't believe you came.
The Lake team says they heard you at work. Given the size of those blasts, I'm surprised we didn't down here. Any problems detonating those bombs?
No trouble. It's more fun than trying to defuse them.
I wouldn't know. Sounds like your life is a bit more exciting than mine. But there's good news. I told the Republic the swamp is clear, and they instantly gave the go. No more bureaucratic boondoggle. Now we'll double time it until the pipeline is done. Those colonists are gonna feel a lot better when they can afford a shower.
Medic! Don't worry. You're safe now. We'll give you something to help you sleep. You did good. Maya says that's all that's left alive. If it wasn't for you, every one of those men would have turned rat ghoul. No, I wish I could have been there.
Do you think those scouts will ever recover?
Not like they used to be, but they'll get the best care we can give. Soon as those boys pass quarantine, we'll get them to a real hospital. Whatever they need, it's theirs on the Republic's tab. And I'll tell them, it's all thanks to you.
Abravimos brandimus prostis cad atveretag. Karogia gia Israel Christai. Dasnia sia lagia ristic. Aprescimus. Bava mirgalia vimos del horizonto.
Do you need medical attention?
Mai taistic apia cat virti. Abravimos brandimus prostis cad adveretag. Smal sio popudus mana ira padare mana nan kali.
Just tell me how I can be of service.
Vataranai angomis akananoam alas protas era. Graitai aptikti iruprit Vertini Savasia Salvebe Cages.
How's it looking, Imani?
Power readings are stable, sir. No reason we can't go in.
Power generators are reset. And it's you we have to thank, am I right?
It was surprisingly simple, really.
You've got my thanks at any rate. We should get back to it. We've lost time, and there's still a long way to go before systems integrity is restored.
Pleasure working with you, sir.
To colonization.
There are two things that would really make my day right about now. An Alderaanian brandy, or news that you found the accelerator and cleared the track. One or the other. I'm not picky.
Alderaanian brandy would be good right now, but it's the latter.
Here you go. Don't spend it all in one place. I hear there's a super fast speeder hitting the market in 10 to 12 months.
Bude waralu ful kuleg ukunet ugustama akukuzaudu. Afetwata jeng umpurezunta urze serge jesu persentatu.
An entire world is in danger, and you're using it to advance your career?
Uwata male subuzu vuzu jemur dul lunu. Warabold statud dun unmod tatolle ranzatuega.
You boys make me sick. Did you think Taris was beaches and pretty girls? What, working on your tan? We came here to make credits, but the credits aren't here, are they? They're out there.
Is something wrong here?
These lazy slugs call themselves mercenaries, but they seem to have developed an allergic reaction to getting paid. We just gotta take a few scans of the sliding plate so the Republic knows it's safe to rebuild. How hard is that? But no. All the retired soldiers, security officers, and bounty hunters in the Republic are no match for readouts on structural damage.
That place is crawling with those rat-ghoul things. You saw what happened to Cal.
You're really gonna pass up the most lucrative opportunity of your careers on account of some oversized rats?
Allow me to do this.
I knew you'd have the guts, but then again, it'd be hard to find another group as weak-kneed as this lot. You take this scanning device out to the big sliding plate and bring back the data, and I'll give you the majority cut. If the money on offer is any indication, the Republic needs this data badly, and I ain't leaving empty-handed.
You can count on me.
Glad to hear it. And don't let all this talk of rat ghouls scare you. They're blaster fodder.
Lightsaber jerk.
You're a Jedi! I didn't know anyone else was out here. I'm Devin Ray, sir. I have permission from Master SWTOR to be on Taris. Exploratory mission to the old Jedi Enclave.
Tell me, are you alright?
I'm a little scraped up, but I can keep going. I have a mission. Centuries back, the Jedi had an outpost on Taris. They left shortly before the world burned. I'm here to recover anything left behind. But between the fauna and the looters, I haven't had much luck. We were hoping for holocrons, diaries, Jedi history. In truth, we knew it was a long shot.
I'm here to help. Is there anything I can do?
Perhaps. I am a bit overwhelmed, and we need to find everything we can to help build a future for the Order. Master SWTOR warned me that any artifacts left behind would be hidden, protected, sealed in ferrocrete pillars or disguised as statues. Our tools are lightsabers and blasters. If you can cut away the outer layers, find anything from the Enclave in these ruins, bring it to me. I'd be grateful. Good to see you again. Incredible. You actually went through the ruins. Here it is. The history of the Jedi on Taris. Artifacts I don't even recognize. Exactly what we need to rebuild the Order.
It was the least I could do.
You don't know what this means. I'll get them back to the Masters unharmed. I swear. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And may the Force be with you.
Well, what do we have here? Back and with all your limbs, huh? Not frothing at the mouth? Hey, you lazy slugs. Pay attention while I hand your pay over to someone more deserving. You did good work. These scans will be a big boost to the rebuilding effort. And I can finally get these boys back home to their mamas.
Just doing what I can.
You heard the good news.
The governor wishes to...
The governor wishes to congratulate you herself. You've done some truly incredible work for Taris. Every last person here is in your debt.
Knowing we've made Taris safer is reward enough for me.
You've done far more than that. I'm certain there will be many more challenges to overcome as we continue our work. But I'm also certain your heroic example will inspire everyone who works to make Taris the brightest point in the Republic.
I'm proud to have been a part of something so important.
We're all proud to have had you with us. Travel safely.
The Republic.
I told you, Agent. This
we have
Jedi
many
never
obstacles
fails.
to overcome. Together, we stand taller than any
My
obstacle.
team came to assist
Let's
you.
get to work.
We discovered the outpost
Together.
was destroyed and assumed the worst. Can you tell us what happened?
We have unconfirmed reports the Imperial Spymaster Watcher 1 is on Taris.
The Spymaster was working for Darth Angral. I dealt with Watcher 1, but the Empire knows too much about us.
The Empire's spy network will suffer without Watcher 1's guidance. That buys us time.
Dr. Godera, you're looking well, all things considered. Ready to come home?
Depends. Are you ready to do what's right?
I always was, and our time has finally come. Agent, bring Dr. Godera to Coruscant immediately. We'll be needing his skills. Contact me from your ship. Our SWTOR out.
Then this is goodbye. You saved my life. I owe you.
It was my honor to help. You owe me nothing.
This droid of yours helped track you down. Can you fix him?
Let's see. Remo. A bit worse for wear, but I think I can repair him.
This time, give him a body that isn't so fragile.
Excellent suggestion. He'd make a fine security droid. Working on Remo will make the long flight to Coruscant more bearable. Goodbye for now. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
General, Dr. Godera is on his way to you.
I can only imagine what the Empire would have done with him if you hadn't been there. I'm also told you saved a Republic settlement from a Sith assassin. Those colonists were lucky you showed up. How did you wind up there anyway?
The Imperial Spymaster warned me what the Sith was planning.
Division in the enemy ranks? Interesting. Let's hope there's more to come. Your work here may be done, but this isn't over.
Evil doesn't stand a chance with the two of us around. Who's Shafu? I hope he went to prison for a long, long time. Did Master Zalo threaten him? Or did he use force persuasion? He probably decided to lay low after Master Zalo was killed. Get out of the game before his cover was blown. General, I've arrived on Nar Shaddaa. Still no word from Agent Galen?
Negative. After Taris and Ord Mantell, I fear the worst. I'll warn you now. The project there is... I should have ended it years ago.
Conversations like this never end well.
After the Empire's victory on Coruscant during the war, people were terrified. We looked weak, helpless. The Senate authorized research into science we had no business exploring, using technology to turn ordinary men into living weapons. The Power Guard program was creating the ultimate soldier, one tough enough to fight a Sith head-on.
The Sith have the Force on their side. No ordinary soldier can match that.
We're closer than you might think. Nar Shaddaa has the latest advances in cybernetics, combat adrenals, personal armor, and weapons. Everything we need to create the Power Guards. There's also a distinct lack of government oversight. You're in Hutt territory, neutral space. Laws are practically non-existent.
It's my first visit to Hutt space. What do you know about them?
Hutts break laws just breathing, but they let us do our business, no questions asked. I placed a single operative in charge of the Power Guard project. Gave him unlimited authority and enough credits to fund the program. The research facility operates in absolute secrecy. I don't even know where it is.
Darth Angral's henchmen on Coruscant said all our research facilities were compromised.
Our operative's name and contact data were in the file stolen on Coruscant. Our operative has disappeared, and Agent Galen vanished trying to find him. I can only assume they're dead or captured.
If they're alive, I'll save them. But what about the weapons project?
Our research can die for all I care. I need you to coordinate with the Strategic Information Service branch on Nar Shaddaa. The Bureau Chief's name is Raiken. SIS headquarters is hidden on the promenade. You'll visit a merchant shop and use a secret turbo lift in the back to meet with Raiken.
What should I know about this promenade area?
It's the center of commerce. You'll be rubbing shoulders with all sorts there, even the enemy. But the Hutts don't permit violence. Transmitting the location coordinates and turbolift security code to you. Good luck. Varsuthra out.